Welcome back, guys. Slow Bacon here. What a perfect way to spend a Friday morning than to have some new content for Total War. Today we've got the Norska Wulfrik Monster Hunt Let's Play to have a look at. Friday morning, exactly 1 week from today, Norska will actually be live. That is so cool. Right. So at this time next Friday, we'll be playing Norska. But for now, we get to have a look at some of it in all its glory, right? So I've got me coffee. Let's have a look at this before work. I haven't seen this yet, so this is actually pretty exciting. I love watching this stuff. Let's go. Hopefully we've got the lovely old Darren again with us today to narrate our way through this little Let's Play. Obviously it's going to be centered around the Monster Hunt stuff, which is awesome.
Hello, and welcome to our campaign and battle Let's Play in Total War Warhammer.
That's
this
not
time
Darren!
Focusing on Wulfrik the Wanderer. As you can see, we are around turn 70 in the campaign and have conquered much of the north. We've been raiding in the territories of Kislev, Nordland and Middenland to help fund our campaign, and Wulfrik is currently heading down south to raid and pillage more lands. But now it's time to turn our focus onto much greater foes, monsters.
Hell yeah.
And there's no better person to do this with than Wulfrik. As you can see, we've unlocked Monster Hunter in the skill tree, and this unlocks pages of the Monstrous Arcanum, which allows us to hunt elusive and incredibly powerful monsters. Today, we're going to hunt down Frigastrex. None are more dangerous and murderous than Frigastrex, scion of the cold. We must hunt him down as the gods demand. Our rewards for slaying this monster are an incredibly rare ability for Wulfrik to use, which grants him a vortex ability.
Nice. That's
We
cool.
also gain the chance to recruit the Cold Void of Frostworm, a regiment of renown, into our army. Plus 10,000 gold.
I see.
A good choice, mine lord. The beast, once caught, will be...
So some of the regiments of renown are locked behind the Monster Hunt stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that we change.
prize.
The first part of our quest is to raid the Tower of Krach region. Wulfrik is already heading down south with...
Oh, look at him on his mammoth mount. Oh, that's so cool.
Let's set our stance to raiding and end the turn there.
I'll see it through.
I hope we, I'll just pause that for a sec. I hope we get to see his stats on what his stats are like on the Mammoth, because, you know, Mammoths themselves are really powerful, right? With, like, what, I'm going to say 520 armor-piercing damage. So, how much does his stats improve? He's 490, not armor-piercing damage, right? On foot. So, what's his stats like when he's actually on a
Our next step on the
Mammoth?
path to hunting this monster is to recruit a unit to start tracking it. I'm going to choose some Marauder Hunters. Marauder Hunters are used to this type of terrain, so they will traverse it swiftly and easily. As we have conquered much of the north, we're not too far from sparring fields, so can recruit these brave souls quite quickly and continue our hunt.
Yeah, go hunt down the monsters. I like it. I like it. That's pretty cool. Oh, so much cool stuff in this campaign.
The elite of the Marauder Hunters was sent into the mountains to search for the Frostworm, but none returned. Those poor lads. Hopefully their loss was not in vain. The extreme weather has died down, and the word has spread that the unbearable cold is now into Troll Country. We must move Wulfrik and his army further down south to continue this hunt. Reports are that a dragon-like shadow has been spotted in the region. Frigastrix is close, the hunt is on, but we need to complete just one more turn before we can take him on. Now this is going to be a tough battle, so we need to do all the preparation possible. During our raiding of the land south, we've been raising settlements for the Hound. This is a Norska-specific campaign mechanic, allowing for dedication to the gods.
Are they going to show us
I've
the rank
chosen to
3?
dedicate my campaigns to the Hound, and we are very close to unlocking the next tier, and this would be very useful for fighting
No,
Frigastrex.
that was the one that was blurred out last time.
All melee infantry, which will really help with cracking through those scales. We have an army just over the bay which can raise Dieterschafen and dedicate it to the Hound.
tremble.
This is an easy battle to win, so we will just auto-resolve this one. And now we can raise it for the Hound.
Allegiance, my lord. The bite of the Hound can be felt on the icy winds. All shall fear the frenzy that is to come.
We now have the much needed boost to our infantry. We're ready to finish this hunt and kill.
Whenever they say the Hound, I always think of the Hound from Game of Thrones. It'd be so cool if you could recruit him though, right?
Murderous
Yeah.
frostworm.
And the Mountain. That'd be cool. So he's got his extra buff. Yeah, okay.
During our conquests, Wulfrik
Alright,
is
so that answers my question that I had on the last Let's Play that we looked at. Is it just a solitary monster, or does it come with an army? It comes with an army, and an army with lots of dragons in it. Oh, that's gonna
two
be cool.
marks and banners that we can use during battle. The first being the Banner of the Crimson Reapers, which gives a bonus first large and added melee attack. We will assign this to boost one of our spearmen. The second is the Standard of Discipline, which gains leadership. This will prove most useful on the Feral Mammoth. Now let's crack some skulls.
3 dragons, man.
Is here for the taking, my lord. The weather is fierce in these climes, and is worsened further by the monster's presence. You must brave the storm, but be mindful of your approach. When you decide to charge the beast, the extreme winter conditions will slow the movement of your warriors.
Let the hunt begin. I'm going to start by putting my front line onto guard mode to ensure they don't go chasing the monsters into the distance. All my men will be needed to win this battle. My Fire Famir Balafane, Dragult, has a fireball which can get some early damage on those ice trolls. It's worth noting we're going to flick between these more cinematic shots and normal gameplay to give you a close-up look at some of these new Norscan units.
Ice units susceptible to fire damage? You would think so, wouldn't you? I don't know if we've seen that or not.
Which gives them a weapon damage and missile damage boost. That will make these anti-large units even more effective. Just before Frigastrix's Frost comes down on my units, I'm going to take advantage of any charge bonus left at my disposal.
Go the mammoth.
Now a Frostworm has landed behind my front line. I need my men to turn around and start doing damage to these huge units before it's too late. I've also got to be wary of gathering around Frigastrix, as those snowstorms are causing huge damage.
Look at that, that's
The
so
best tactic
cool.
for me here is to focus on the smaller Frostworms for now. I mean, I say smaller, there's still huge monsters to deal with. My men are getting some great early damage in, especially these hunters who are doing great anti-large range damage. This battle is definitely turning in my favour. But wait, the enemy have reinforcements.
More bloody
ice trolls and
dragons.
Frostworms to deal with.
Gosh.
I'm going to need to reorganise my army to deal with the flanking units. I also need to make sure I don't spread too thin, as Frigastrix is causing havoc in the middle of the battlefield. Now these spearmen have been doing a great job at defending my hunters, but now they need to get their hands dirty. I'm going to send them in to support the other units. Frigastrix really is a monster. He's over twice the size of the other Frostworms, and it's taking a lot for me to kill him.
Well, it's good to see he's not squishy like the
Fireball, as they're super effective against
what else dragon, right?
The battle seems to be in my favour, but these reinforcements joining the fray could cause some difficulty. I couldn't get Dragul to my in time. He'll feel that one for a while. I need to send in some hunters to give him some support. Now it's time to push everyone out to the flanks. I'm going to need all my units for this final push, but this frost caused by Frigastrix is making it hard to move around the battlefield as it reduces my movement speed heavily. There's a Frostworm trying to get away. Maybe Dragul can get his revenge. Let's see if he can snipe him out of the sky. lives to fight another day.
Not quite, not quite. That would have been cool if that
It's
happened
almost
though.
time to focus on Frigastrix. Its snowstorms are causing huge damage to my units. My units on the left flank are finishing off the ice trolls and last frostworms, and most of the army seems to be retreating now. It's just Frigastrix himself now, the legendary beast. Now these hunters should do huge damage to it. I'll get to focus all their fire on it. Look at how many spears he's taking. He can't have long left now. And that's it. He's been slain. Those marauders will be boasting about that kill, but it still only counts as one. Dragult is going for one final fireball. Will he manage to snipe him out of the sky? What a shot.
Got
That's it.
him!
The final frostworm. The battle is ours.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool take on the whole quest battle stuff, eh?
Hunt is complete. Reap the rewards, my lord.
We took heavy losses, but Frigastrix is slain. Wulfrik has lived up to his name and can now dedicate the win to a god.
Oh, and you get a
We'll
bonus
continue our
offering stuff.
allegiance to
Nice.
the Hound, of course. We've also gained the Ancient Frostworm scale, which gives Wulfrik a Vortex ability. And if we look in our Regiments of Renown, we can now recruit the Cold Voider Frostworm.
1800 bucks. Okay, that's not too bad. For
Let's
Regiment of
skip
a Renowned
forward
Dragon.
and have a
Jeez.
quick look at both in use in a battle.
Actually, just look. I want to look at that because
Now I'll leave you
I
with
think
some
it's our
cinematic
first look
shots
at how much
in
the
use in a battle.
Regiments of Renown actually
Cold
costs,
Voider
right?
Frost-
So 1800. That was 600. Yeah, 600, 950, 650, 1500, 1250, 24 for a mammoth. Ah, man, that's so expensive. That must be the armored version, right? Because there's another one there, 1700. Okay. Not overly expensive. I mean, quite expensive, but not overly expensive.
Now let's skip forward and have a quick look at both in use in a battle. And now I'll leave you with some cinematic shots of both of these in action. Thanks for watching this Let's Play for Norska and Total War Warhammer, and of course, we'll see you next time.
Ah, it's pretty cool. I love the whole monster hunt system, or whatever you want to call it. Right? It's so cool. It adds a whole new dimension to the game. You know, you don't have to do it, but if you want to, you can. Oh god, the mammoths are so awesome. Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. One more week, guys. One more week and we actually get our hands on it ourselves. Beautiful. Alright guys, that'll wrap up this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and we will see you next time.